Hello and welcome to another Stream Team commentary. This time we will be doing the Hunchback of Notre Dame, which is one of my favorites. Even though there are some problems, which we will get into, most of them is the bad comedy. We will get into that later, though. Anyway, I just need to bring in my guests, such as the always impeccable Count Valerian. Where is it? Ah.
Pretty much, yes.
Mm-hmm. And let's bring in Codex. And this time I have a new entrance for him.
The fuel of the cosmos mixes with the boundaries of speed to transcend the beyond. I synchro summon Warlord Savage Dragon.
I'm not that much of a weeb.
What even was that?
That's from Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yes, it was.
Okay.
For God's sake.
So.
Let's see. I was
Yeah.
on that?
Yeah.
So it is.
We'll get used to it, folks, because we're not going to see this ever again.
Yeah. There was an interesting video, video by Lindsay Ellis about this film. I saw some time ago. Yeah, I know she's unpopular on this channel, but hey. Anyway.
Oh. I actually think that video was one of her better ones.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I mean, it gave the history of the subject. How it was originally, it wasn't about the Hunchback, it was about the cathedral, because that's the name of the novel. And trying to preserve the cathedral. But immediately it turned into, because Victor Hugo himself made like a play based on it. That was mostly about the Hunchback. And that's where eventually we get to the film of the 1930s, which is the one I saw. And that's the origin of this film, if I understand it correctly.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree that. So I actually would say that Lindsay Ellis did a really good job on that particular video. It's just on some of her takes and perspective. I'm not the biggest fan of her argumentation or how she articulates her points.
Yeah, but this one at least wasn't. That one at least was informative. And then she had an issue with the film, but it was the same one that you just did. I think that the comedy wasn't very good.
Essentially.
Yeah, the comedy in this film is very, very at odds with the rest of the film.
Yeah. And here comes the villain.
Yeah, this guy is awesome. This is one of the main things that makes me say, I forgive everything you've done, film.
And Tony J.
Who follow?
Fantastic.
Yep. Yeah, instead of they did make a change where instead of being a priest, he's a judge. He's still a religious man though.
Okay, they toned it down a little bit to the extent that he's not a priest anymore.
He's still a little bit. He's still pretty creepy. They.
A priest, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I never actually read the book, but it's by Victor Hugo. So I should probably read it at some point.
As do I, yeah.
I probably should. It's a 19th century French novel, so I'm sure it will be like very lots of stuff.
What's up, King of Man? Good to see you,
Diezire, who is in here? Sorry.
King of Man. And I'm just saying hi.
Oh, hello. I don't know either of those people, but welcome. Let's see.
Yeah. For those in the chat, I made sure to drop a link in the description to where we'll be watching the film in StreamYard.
Okay.
So anybody can hop in and watch along with us.
Okay. Cool. The Weeb Pillar.
Jeebus is watching you, Frodo. It knows. Okay, how come Tony J has a better singing voice than Gilbert Godfrey? How's that possible?
Well, there's a big difference between somebody who has an extremely rich, deep voice and a man whose voice sounds like shredded cardboard.
That is fair. Yeah, that is true.
So that was a great opening. And
They don't make
hell of an intro.
Yeah, that's not classic Disney. In classic Disney, I don't think they would have gone into the religious part quite so explicitly with bits from the mask and whatnot.
This is the darker film of Disney.
Yeah.
Don't hurt the fly. Don't hurt the bird, I mean. Don't hurt the bird, it's cute.
Flies have no feelings.
Thankfully, Quasimodo is a gentle and loving person, and this is a good bit of how do I put it? Save the cat moment.
Yeah.
And here is the bad comedy. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, the gargoyles. FOF. Oh, Festival of Fools. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I just want to hang out with you guys.
like a monosculpture.
It's Valyria.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Interesting blood temple Valyria has. It kind of looks like Notre Dame.
Well, you never know. Things like that do happen sometimes. Well, or else they don't.
Afternoon, Messiah.
What's up?
I'm just going to cut the
How's it
theater
going,
up,
everyone?
Legging in my hand.
Hello.
Just come
Hey.
there and... Hi, Mr.
I see we're watching one of those films, just sitting in the family VHS collection that we haven't dusted off for years.
Yeah.
How old is this film anyway?
90s, I believe.
Sometime in the 90s. I thought it was sometime in the 90s.
1996, a year after I was born.
Okay.
Damn.
So this film
Oh,
is
wow.
Gen Z.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, holy crap, those freaking gargoyles
Seems
are way
to be.
too... They are so horrifically out of place.
Yes.
I don't just mean that in design. I mean, like, their attitude, the way they talk.
Yes.
No, they're
Jesus
brilliant.
Christ. They're 20th century. They're 20th century Americans dropped in medieval France.
It subverts expectations.
How?
Look, just
How
go with the
does-
flow.
Shit, does it do that?
Just go with the flow, okay?
Bullshit.
Honestly, I would say at this point it's passe because of a genie's Aladdin. The genie in Aladdin.
Bother.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted, every time a Disney movie came out, they had to put it in to their formula that we have to have a genie.
And these
Any
gargoyles are the genie, is it?
Yes.
But they're not done by... Oh, God, what's that guy's name?
You can't
Robin
beat Robin
Williams.
Williams. I'm sorry. You can't.
Robin
You
Williams,
can't
that's-
replicate
that
that.
was-
I'm sorry.
Yep. Dude was an absolute
Robin
freaking
Williams.
legend.
Sorry, no.
You,
My apologies.
yeah, you're out of the
He was indeed.
Discord.
Yeah, I know. It's just lagging on
Gator.
my end.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. It was, yeah.
How does he let that slip?
I think that he's just not, he's a simple soul.
I suppose he could just not be the brightest bulb in the freaking shed.
Yeah.
Dad of the Year.
Also, I have a little theory. Quasimodo's actually mildly schizophrenic. Those gargoyles aren't actually magical; they don't talk. He just thinks they can.
Well, the funny thing is, I would like that, but the film doesn't support that. Unfortunately, I wish that were the case, but the film doesn't support that.
Yep.
God damn it!
Since
Yeah.
they're actually
That would be a
doing
better theory.
things.
Not creepy at all.
Oh my
I
god!
think everyone had that theory, to be fair, but yeah.
This
Yeah.
is
Whoa.
classic gaslighting tactics.
It isn't just gaslighting. This is also friggin' Stockholm syndrome at this point.
Oh, agree.
Who knew this chap was such a nice guy? Would you have kept Quasimodo and parented him in this way?
Let's go with No.
Oh my God! Imagine done as a parent. God help us.
Taking care of the guy, yeah, definitely. But this is not what anybody would consider caring for. This is just holding him hostage.
Well, you didn't kill him anyway.
And we lost Codex.
My bar is very high, isn't it?
Bobby
Clearly.
G, get back over here. Don't expect this to be a regular occurrence, by the way. The only reason I'm here today is because I got a half day off from work.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lucky.
Well, I had to put in the request, so yeah.
So how's it going for everybody else? Is there any lag?
No, it's working pretty good, you know? It's working out pretty well.
Don't notice any technical issues at the moment.
Let's see. I'm going to double check this. Let's see your request. Approved from the bankman. This is actually pretty bad. That was terrible framing. Like that segment of the song matched up with that animation. Like they should have just cut. Oh, hey,
Really?
look at that.
Hey, be careful, you. Woof.
Yeah, he could have.
Remember what happened to Bran?
Look, Disney. Not every single movie has to also be a musical.
Well, the funny thing was they got less successful when they transferred out of their musical phase. At least in
Which
terms
sucks because Atlantis: The Lost Empire was friggin' incredible.
I would agree.
Okay, I wouldn't say incredible, but it was really good, and I loved it.
Yeah, it's really fun. I love Atlantis: The Lost Empire.
Yeah.
Yeah, in terms of Disney music, I of course prefer the classic.
Mm-hmm.
When you wish upon a star, and that kind of rot.
Yeah, classic Disney was pretty good.
Whistle while you work. Oh, okay.
Is like
One of the 4 horsewomen of late animated waifus. Turn of the Millennium waifus. One of the 4 horsewomen. I mean, they are probably tax collectors, so...
Yikes. I hate it when it happens.
Yikes. Man. Okay, first of all, depicting the guards as bumbling fools. Because, of course, you do. just as you do.
All guards are stupid.
Yeah, all the guards are just bumbling fools who are extremely stupid. The freaking cat is on my freaking chair.
That's what Scarb means. Scarb means bumbling fool. It's Latin for bumbling fool.
Okay,
Clearly.
I'm gonna need you to get off of my chair now. Please and thank you.
Are you getting attacked by an animal?
There's an animal. Yeah, I just have. Give me a minute.
That's all right.
That is both funny and dark.
I'm sorry. What did I miss?
He just said, "Ease up, wait between the lashes, so the new sting doesn't dull him to the old."
Oh, goddamn.
How charming.
Okay.
Ouch. That's. Yeah, they didn't do that in old Disney. Although old Disney could be classic Disney could get pretty dark. Pinocchio got pretty dark, but not quite that dark.
Just some good old dark comedy mixed in with the freaking Disney musical numbers, with a dash of some mild racism here and there.
Well,
This is accurate.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But guys,
Old
it's also a
Disney was-
Disney movie. Look at the happy songs. Happy songs.
Oh, he's having a riot killing bugs. Well, I can agree with him. I can sympathize with that. Hoodoo?
The gypsies.
Oh. Kill them all dead.
Oh.
Oh!
Like, this is the comedy in this movie I like.
That's comedy with a point.
Yeah.
You see, that's the thing. It's with a point.
Yeah. He says, "You make your point very vividly." I
Oh,
like you.
Noble's back in the chat. Let's see. Did he get back on the thing too?
1 second. Let me.
Yeah, no,
bring him
this-
back in.
This was
There we go.
some of the bit that I actually liked from the film was the interactions.
Yeah, sorry about
welcome back, Bobby G.
How dare you? How dare you have technical difficulties?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, like I was saying, my favorite bits that was probably the one scene of this entire film that I liked that we just saw. Well, that I really liked.
Really?
Yeah, the interaction between the captain and the cardinal, I think it was.
He's a
that-
judge.
Oh.
Judge.
Yeah, because that bit was just was pretty funny.
Who the
No.
blazes is
I'm
that?
sorry, I'm distracted by what the heck are we looking at?
Wait, yeah, I'm not sure what's going on now, but hey, this must be the Festival of Fools, but who that chap is, I don't know.
That guy is Clopan.
Hoo-ha?
Yeah.
Clopan. He is the narrator from the beginning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
He's
you see,
basically wit. He's wit then. Okay, fair enough.
See, I only remember all the stuff from. Oh,
Oh,
I want Disney Renaissance or else classic Disney to do Stormlight Archive.
okay, yeah, just casually.
huh.
Oh, this should ever happen.
Being medieval is a riot.
Indeed.
Well, I guess they didn't have much in the way of entertainment back then, Gotta get creative.
Yeah, they didn't have video games, so they did this instead.
Outside the jousting, of course.
Yeah, there was that. It's revolting. It's been revolted.
Oh yes, absolutely disgusting and horrifically revolting. I bet you're about to freaking barf.
Yeah.
By the way,
Didn't they just show that on a
Well-
Disney film? What the
Yes.
bleep?
they're about to show a lot of things in a
Yes.
Disney movie.
Are we gonna get a sex scene in the Disney movie?
It gets pretty close, actually.
That level, no.
What the bleep?
Anyway,
Uh,
you go first.
Well, just wait. You'll see what I mean in a second.
Oh, okay.
It's not like it's not. It's how do I put it? It's not exactly inappropriate. It's blink and you miss it, but I'm just amazed that they managed to get it past the censors.
Yeah, and classic Disney was so sexist. No one even had any children. They just had nieces and nephews.
Yeah. Okay.
They were, no one had any sons or daughters because they didn't procreate. They just had their brothers and sisters did it for them. Off stage, off screen. Oh,
Yikes. Ooh.
this is a shocking moment in the story.
Yeah. Anyway, something to me, my little bro noticed while we were watching the dance sequence with Esmeralda. She's actually animated differently. Like, the way that they shaded the dress specifically was different from...
Yeah, it's shinier.
Yeah. Which, I guess it could be because the dress itself is shinier. It would make sense.
Why do I get the feeling that this kid is going to get in trouble now?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. No, this guy's in he's in some serious hot waters right now.
What makes you think that, Balerion?
Yep, we're cutting off your pocket money now. Does he even get pocket money? Probably not.
I don't
know.
know. I don't think he would, no.
I'm sure Rolo will think of some lovely punishment for him.
So
Yeah.
this bit is kind of weird.
What
Like,
the
I
bleep?
don't. Yeah, this bit is extremely jarring. The
what are you gonna do to him?
Nothing very nice.
really.
Oh.
No, I don't think I will. That guy's perfect. I do like discipline, don't you?
Damn. That is many levels of messed up.
Yeah, that's why this guy is one of the best Disney villains. He is.
Indeed.
That is truly sadistic right there.
Oh,
Yeah.
it gets even worse. Well, actually, it gets better, but
It's-
to be fair, worse.
And it's a kind of sadism that actually exists.
Wow. So
Sing a song, lady. It's time for another musical number. But I agree with her, but yes.
dialogue could have used some more rounding out, just buffering around the edges, but Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
What the bleep?
Ah. Let's be frank. If it isn't Kita, it's going to be Esmeralda. Let's be frank about that.
Who?
Huh?
Hot Disney waifus.
Yeah.
I was going to say characters, really.
Yeah.
You want to go that way.
Yeah.
She's not unattractive at all.
Well,
Like, both of them are in the running. Both of them are up on top.
Yes.
I
Well-
can't pick.
well, that's the and this is why I say this movie has a pretty bad tone problem.
Yeah.
Oh. Severe.
Okay, that works.
That's funny, but it's
Yeah,
very
that's funny.
jarring.
Yeah,
Boring, but
what the?
funny.
We went from watching a guy getting publicly humiliated and tied down so now he couldn't escape to that.
What?
That right over there. What the hell is going on, film?
Good question.
What? I don't know.
That could have killed him. That
Oh,
could
I
have
think-
legitimately killed him.
Yeah.
And also, people are helping out the gypsy lady escape. I'm pretty sure these guys are going to get into a whole boatload of trouble with the authorities.
Yeah, I mean, in the film, like, everybody hates the
He
gypsy.
is the
It's not just
authority.
Frollo. It's like everybody hates the gypsy lady.
Supposedly.
And it abruptly shifts into this. Where it's just like, ooh, the tone is not very balanced here.
Yeah, not in the slightest. It's like they wanted to have a kids movie, but they also wanted to adapt the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Pick one.
Yeah.
Did she give him water yet, or is that not even in here?
Yeah. She unties him.
Oh, okay, they didn't do the water thing.
It's decently close where she cuts him loose.
Okay, she did him a favor, and he's loyal to her. And besides, she's hot.
Yeah. Also, given the way that the guards were, that the townsfolk were treating him a few moments ago, I'm surprised he got back into the church unmolested.
Mm-hmm.
In the 30s film, he pours boiling water on the crowd, but I don't have I'm guessing that doesn't happen in this
Good
film, but
God.
it's hard to tell. Maybe they will do it in the film and make it a comedy number.
Hmm. Oh.
Oh, this is a romantic moment in the story.
Yeah?
Well-
Apparently.
You're not wrong. No, she's not wrong. Yeah, no, it doesn't.
No, he's the good guy. A good guy. Whoops, spoiler.
Oh, yeah. You know, it seems a little heretical
This
that
is how
they
Becca and
would
Tara
name it.
first met.
Someone was saying something. Carry on. What's heretical?
That his name
Overseer.
translates to a sun god, and he's
I think it's just
freaking-
myth. It's just part of the myth.
I mean, there's a saint named Dionysius.
all right.
And
Fair.
he's the god of sex and wine.
Yeah.
All right,
so-
fair. Carry on.
Oh, this bit's so freaking creepy. Not this bit. Yeah, this bit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's so freaking creepy.
Yeah.
How did it get away with this in a kids' movie?
How did Disney get
I
away with
don't.
that?
I have no idea. Ugh.
Because the mouse, you some bitches.
Bother.
Oh my god, this guy's horrible. This guy's
He's evil.
he
Like,
is yeah.
Why?
But
Look
he's
at
a
that
co-
nice prison.
But he's a kind of evil that's actually like, ooh, this is very real. This
Yeah.
is real.
You see,
Yeah.
there's all kinds of different types of evil. There's the comedic evil. There's the Marvel supervillain evil, and then there's the comic book evil, and then there's this one, whereas he's just genuinely a horrible human being.
So this is the good churchman, is he?
Yes.
Good. I'm glad that at least there's one good one.
Well, I think that they didn't really make
thinks he's
an
doing good.
evil. They didn't make an
Yeah.
evil churchman in this. I think that they decided to make Frollo a judge in this one, so that they didn't have to make an evil churchman. They just made an evil religious fanatic.
Which, same difference.
Pretty. I like the plants. Why am I such a misfit?
All right, Codex. I got a question for you. Between Kida and Esmeralda, which one?
Yeah, go on. Okay.
I'm asking you which do you pick?
Which is hottest? I think he means.
Yes.
Well, with Kita, you get a bikini shot. That's one advantage, I guess.
Several.
Which one is Kita?
Kita is from Atlantis: The Lost Empire.
Okay.
For the sake of the audience,
It's ring lagging on my end.
let me see. Let me see. This is Kita in the Lost Empire.
Yeah.
Oh,
We also
and
got.
the other-
We also have some fan drawings of her too. Apparently.
Okay. Yeah, okay. But I think Esmeralda is kind of hotter, but she's wearing less. Well, who knows? Maybe it's about the same.
Yeah. That's why I say it's up in the air for me personally, but given the fact that I based Naomi's entire looks off of Kita, you know which I'm gonna end up defaulting to.
Kita is Daenerys.
Esmeralda.
Kita will be played by Amelia Clark.
I I think that Amelia Clark is a tad too white.
Significantly too white. Please, for the love of God, do not do that.
She looks pretty white to me.
Well, Kita's actually, I would say, like her complexion is brown, like kind of like a Mexican tan.
Okay, maybe
Yeah.
the picture was just too small then.
Yeah. Let me.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, I would be like, that's. Yeah, I'd be like, since. Yeah, I think that there would be riots by certain groups of people in the streets. They race swapped her.
Yeah, I'd be in there.
Well, given
This
that
is
what they're
like-
doing to Lilo and Stitch. Well, given what's happening with Lilo and Stitch, I wouldn't put them past them.
Yeah, apparently they hired a very, very pale woman to play a fairly dark-skinned lady. And they also swapped out Mr. Bubbles with a short, fat lady. Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Well,
Of all the people to do it to, you did it with the big black FBI agent.
why are they
Why did you gender and race swap this guy?
And why
Bro,
are
you
they-
could have gone like
Because
freaking
tokenism.
Shaquille O'Neal or freaking goddamn, I can't believe I am blanking on the
Oh.
Old Spice guy. Terry Crews. You could have gotten freaking Terry Crews to play Mr. Bubbles.
Why are
It
they
would have been
removing-
hilarious.
Blarian, go.
Just saying, why are they remaking it anyway?
That's an even better question. Nobody asked for this. Like, my first reaction is, why? Why do you keep doing this? Who asked for this? Who wants this made?
Postmodernists.
I was just thinking, greedy, untalented capitalists.
Pretty much.
That too.
Yeah. Well, you know what they say about capitalism. It always wins at the end of the day. And by that, I mean,
Not in
if
Disney's
this movie
case.
fails, by that, I mean, in this case, if the movie fails, it's because market forces dictated that it would fail. So if somebody else comes along with a better product and a better film, that will probably succeed. And by extension, so would capitalism. It's a survival of the fittest mechanism.
How very inspiring. This is a glorious moment in the story.
I'm sorry, I think I missed something.
Bother.
But to answer your question, which city of Esmeralda? Because stuff like that.
Oh, I hate this comedy. I don't.
Wow.
Cut that.
I don't like that.
Okay. Let's play.
We need a cut of this film where those
If I
guys
make
don't
devil's
exist.
Actually, here's the thing. Let's say the theory was true in a live-action film. That would be incredibly tragic.
Yeah.
What? True?
You know, if Quasimodo is just making that thing up, it's all in his head, essentially, the gargoyles.
Yeah.
That would be incredibly tragic.
Yeah, I suppose. Hold on for a second.
Do these people have a death wish? What is this? No, I forgot. They're cartoon characters. They won't die anyway. They'll just bounce if they fall on the ground. They'll just bounce off anyway.
Well, Quasimodo's mom died pretty.
Not by
Pretty-
falling though.
Yeah, she did. She got kicked in the face by Frollo and
And
fell on the stairs and broke open her head.
Oh
Yeah.
wow! She must not have been cartoony enough.
I guess so.
yeah. See, stuff like that. I like that.
Yeah, that is really cute.
Oh,
Yeah, he has Superman strength.
All right, and I'm back.
I think he was bitten by a radioactive gargoyle.
Apparently.
Ginger.
I swear to God, these guys look like they were copied pasted from the Hercules movie.
Actually,
seem that way,
kind
yeah.
of. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I remember like the whole vibe with Hercules is that it's just like modern celebrity culture, but applied to like ancient Greek deities and such.
Or
And-
like a Greek hero. I mean,
Same difference. I mean, Hercules is supposedly a demigod, so
yeah.
Mm.
Ah,
What even the blazes is going on? I mean,
that bit is so weird.
Wow.
We totally needed the romance between a gargoyle and a goat.
oh, bestiality. How very,
Yeah.
how very
I
child appropriate.
I was totally interested in having interspecies erotica in my classic.
interspecies, that implies that a gargoyle is a freaking living thing. That thing's made of stone.
Yeah.
That's just like, I don't even know what will we classify that as.
I don't know.
Well, I guess it's the
It's-
animal kingdom and the mineral kingdom, so it's inter-kingdom?
I don't even know what to say about that. Yeah, this is weird.
Do you find stone to be a turn on?
No. I know that people's things become stone hard when they're
No
turned
comment.
on.
No comment. Although we were bound to go there eventually.
I mean, you kind of gave me the perfect opening, so
Yeah,
it's kind of your own fault, buddy.
that was
Not gonna lie.
that was bound to happen. That was destined to happen. So I can't really complain too much.
This is the best song in the movie, and it makes me forgive all the bad comedy.
This chap is. I don't know if this chap is a fanatic or a hypocrite or both.
Fanatics are almost always hypocrites, so
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, could be. Yeah, it
Mhm.
wouldn't be surprising anyway. They didn't have Latin in the Disney films in my day. Of course not. Yikes.
Yeah. Yeah, in one frame you kind of see yeah.
Yikes.
I'm
Bad
sorry,
timing.
so-
P.S. I'm evil.
Yeah, but it's a kind of evil that's really scary.
Yeah. Yes, I would not want to meet this chap in a dark alley.
I wouldn't want to meet this chap anywhere.
yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So that's that sequence over.
That's something else.
Yeah, like this is why I say this scene makes me forgive every single piece of bad comedy.
Yeah, that was holy shit.
And even like little touches like he looks exhausted and he's got bags under his eyes. Like that's great.
He's been spending all
Attention
night
to
thinking
him.
about what he wants to do to her.
Oh,
Damn, the film just took a turn. It's like,
yeah.
oh yeah, we're adapting the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Yeah, okay, let's start adapting it.
Nah. Oh, that's fairly merciful.
This bit is not.
House arrest.
No, he said burn it.
I know. This is
I do it-
quote unquote house
What?
arrest.
Wait. That's not house arrest.
I do have to say though, I do like the design of Frollo's horse. That is my favorite horse design in
What?
any animated film.
How dare you disobey?
There's
Who do you
just
think
another
you are?
character.
There's no discipline anymore. Oh,
Run.
So he just went from a fanatic to whole ass Nazi.
Yeah.
I hate it when that happens.
Jeez. Freaking firing Garrison.
Yeah. He's crazy. And it's kind of awesome.
I guess it's kind of awesome that we have an actually evil villain.
And he's scary too. Wow. The whole place is burning.
And he has does his evil in a pleasant baritone too. Oh. You're killing me! Oh God, that scene.
Oh. This is not. Oh. Oh no, we're about to get this. Oh,
Yeah,
kill me,
it's
please.
another.
Oh,
Get
kill
ready, Don. It's another Disney song sequence. The whole city's on fire because of racist genocide, man. But we have plenty of time for another Disney musical number.
No, I like Disney musical numbers. It's just this one is one of my least favorites, aside from Home on the Range. Home on the Range has some of the worst music I've ever heard.
Oh my
we
god,
gonna
I
get the
completely forgot
gargoyles
that was
singing?
a thing.
Are the gargoyles going to sing now?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, I'm
That's
frightened
what's
now.
happening.
Wouldn't it be a riot if the kids were, if everyone was given a choice between being burnt by Frollo and listening to the gargoyles sing, and they all chose being burnt by Frollo?
I think that there are many who would take that option, actually.
I'm gonna just.
How romantic!
I'm just gonna tune this out of my brain and memory. Just memory hole it, you know.
Oh. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, God, I forgot. That's not funny. Not funny at all. What is wrong with you?
Oops, I was away. Did I miss something egregious? I must have.
The fact that they have a hanging man joke.
Oh, how very witty.
I was just like, oh gosh, what is wrong with you?
So, Dunn, you mentioned that there was a frame in there, particularly the Hellfire sequence, where Esmeralda is dancing into fires. Like, what were you going to say about that?
Let me actually backtrack.
We don't need to actually backtrack.
Well, it's like you can vaguely see nipple, or at least nipple or something. Or at the very least, it looks like she is naked. When in reality, like, she's technically not. But it looks very, very erotic. It's very, very close. And I think they might have actually edited.
Yeah, I don't know why that would be in here. We didn't need this. You could have just cut this out. The directors could have easily just cut this out. Like, this is not only just horrible, not only is it bad, but it's also horrifically just tone deaf.
And also, he says, like they say stuff like, like, who cares if if it's on the city's on fire? Like stuff like that. It's just like, oh gosh, what?
You've got to be
So
kidding
you're
me.
acknowledging the reality of what's going on outside, but you just don't care. You're okay.
How very enlightened.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just so.
Damn. That's pretty subtle. Also, yikes.
Ouch.
Like, right in front of the guy. Wait a second, is there even enough hand options in this kit? Okay, yeah.
That's actually really subtle. I like that.
Yeah. But again, that bit is built off of the previous sequence, which
Yeah,
is horrible.
agreed. Yeah.
You always thought it was pronounced Frodo for a bit. Man, that would have been pretty hilarious conflation of names, you know?
Yes, Disney doing Lord of the Rings would be something else. I'm talking
see-
old Disney, of course.
Oh,
Yeah,
I think
old Disney, I would have been perfectly fine with. Modern Disney, oof.
I don't even count that as Disney.
I think that I think that Tolkien would have risen from the grave specifically to kill the filmmakers and try to adapt this work for Disney, since he hated Disney a lot.
Oh,
Yeah,
don't worry. Just, good old-fashioned Sir Christopher Lee is just going to go ahead and don his 007 suit and assassinate him for him.
Yeah,
Probably.
you know that there's actually a reference to Disney in the appendix.
Really? I'd forgotten about that. Please.
Well, what happened was he made it less explicit, because in the appendix it says something about dwarves being made figures of fun. He's talking about the dwarves in modern, like, pop culture and stuff. He's talking about, but he's actually talking about Disney, because in an earlier version it says figures of fun who do not wash their hands, and that's definitely a reference to Disney. You remember there's a whole bit where Snow White tasks them for not washing their hands.
Hmm.
Fair enough.
You know, I actually know a Romani guy in real life. Like he's like I actually know some guys in real life who are part gypsy, and I'm like thinking, man, how would they feel about this?
Well, the
Well-
thing is, at least he's a psychopath. Like, clearly, Judge Claude Frollo is psychotic.
Yeah,
There.
I just imagine they would be particularly off-put because he's talking about them.
Well, they're not capable of love either, so they should stop complaining.
God damn.
Based. I love it. Also, this is one of the most clever thing. Like, if you notice, Frollo smirks as he's leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who are you to talk to me? Of course.
So was that you said it was a base of Valerian?
That Romani aren't capable of love or something like that.
Well, Frollo said so.
I'm glad that we have accepted Frollo as the
As the arbiter of
pinnacle.
truth.
I mean, it just said he was right about everything. Are you saying that Quasimodo is wrong too?
Yeah.
Look, as your residential master of lies, I am an expert on all things deception, and I will tell you right now, that guy is definitely lying to you. I'm talking about Frollo. He is not to be trusted.
No way.
sure.
Also, Hydra Dominatus.
Who? What? Who? What?
Hydra
Codex will get it. Codex, would you like to explain to them?
Did he die, Codex?
Hey, Codex.
He's having computer problems.
Oh.
Maybe he got burnt. Maybe he's part gypsy.
Yeah,
He got burnt.
I'm having really
Codex, would you like to explain to them what Hydra Dominatus is? Because Valerian is not in the know.
You're more of an Alpha Legion fan than I am.
I guess I'll just go and spill on myself. That's the battle cry of, that's the war cry of the Alpha Legion. A legion known specifically for deception, lies, and obfuscations.
In which book?
All the Warhammer 40,000 books, and the Horus Heresy books.
Oh, Warhammer. Okay, so
Yeah.
a video game essentially. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, basically.
Basically.
Sorry,
No wonder I didn't know it, but okay, fair enough.
sorry. I'm cleaning off some Alpha Legion heads while, watching this, prepping them for painting and shit.
Ooh, okay.
Wait, they're in the freaking
they're all
catacombs.
xenomorphs. No.
Oh,
no
here's some
shit.
evil people. Uh-oh. Some random people are singing now. And some of them are skeletons.
Why are they depicting them as basically pirates?
I don't know. And why are there... Okay, it's talking, singing skeletons. Okay, fair enough. It's no weirder than singing gargoyles.
Maybe they just had some unused assets from Black Cauldron.
Oh,
Possibly,
okay.
yeah.
Also, crescent and stars. That's interesting. Symbology right over there. It's like these guys are Muslim or something? Is it fair to characterize this man as eccentric?
Yes.
And I do like that Phoebus is a much better guy than he is in the book. Phoebus in the book is an asshole.
Yeah. Oh wow, damn, just right at the nick of time.
Yeah, like
Yeah, I
Yeah.
vaguely remember it. I vaguely remember that from the Lindsay Ellis video. But
And I
only
do-
dimly.
I do like how clever Frollo is in this. He totally takes advantage of things.
Yeah.
Lovely. Hey, at least he didn't kill Quasimodo.
Well, it's not exactly like it's because of the goodness of his heart or anything.
New.
Yeah, it's very different than it is in the book. She just gets hanged.
Well,
It's like yeah, it's like offers basically blackmails for sex. That's what this is going on.
Yeah, no, I think we all picked up on that.
Mhm.
It's not.
Yep.
It is not subtle.
No, it was not.
On one hand, it's a good thing that we're not being subtle about who's the bad guy. But on the other hand, it's like, you okay?
how did Disney get away with this? Essentially.
Yeah.
I'm amazed. If the gargoyles' involvement in the film ended here, it would be fine. But it continues.
Oh. Is this gonna be like a Samara's moment or something?
Oh, what a charming smile. He finds that getting burnt at the stake a turn on.
Okay, so this guy has some freakish levels of strength.
Oh,
Quasimodo is the Hulk.
well, he's
Clearly,
been ringing 10-ton bells for multiple years at this point.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
And one arm, she just grabs that. That's awesome.
Why is anybody?
I
Why is anybody even cheering?
think maybe it's just because they just don't like Frollo. Other than that, I have no idea. I have no idea at this point.
It's almost like, guys, does the town like them or not?
the town thinks whatever it is meant to think at the moment, depending on the plot.
Yeah,
How did that even happen?
no idea.
This needed a lot of work, and they needed to properly set up all those payoffs right now.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, I hate this bit. This bit is so bad.
Okay.
Just no.
Is it because it has gargoyles in it?
No, it's just the fact that he flies around and it makes airplane newer in sounds and oh, it's like, oh, no, do not
Okay.
do that.
No, not fire. Loose. Damn you.
Are you sure that's how it works? Oh.
The goat is the actual hero of the story.
Oh.
Again, this boy does not get a.
Yeah.
Oh.
What the bleep?
Oh. Oh no.
Okay, he did send
That's-
fire down below, but just not to the town.
That's
Or he does it. No, oh, they did have that scene. Wow. I'm mildly surprised they kept that in.
what did they melt down for all of that?
I said it's for the road. Do you think she's dead?
Check for a pulse.
Oh, she's fine. She's in the sequel.
Oh,
I know. I
Oh.
watched the sequel.
spoiler!
Yeah, it is really fucking bad.
I wouldn't remember how good or bad that film was. I was a friggin' child when I saw it, man.
It's probably for the best.
But
Let's think about
I'm,
that.
well, I'm a little puzzled. What they got rid of Frodo in this film, right? So what is there no sequel? Did the Gargoyles become the villain in the next film?
No, something about a golden bell that gets stolen and they have to find
You
it.
don't want to know.
Yeah,
Basically, a traveling circus person is the bad guy trying to steal a jewel encrusted bell, but it's encrusted on the inside.
That's way more dramatic than this Frollo chap. He's so lightweight.
Somehow.
Oh, he's being kind and gentle too.
Right before he
No, he's
murders
not.
him.
Oh, but at least he's doing it in a nice, gentle way. Whoops.
You spoke too soon.
Do it. Do it, Quasimodo. Kill him.
That is an
That's what they count
impressive.
Dooku.
That is an impressive sword. Like I've seen what.
Oh my god.
I've watched Forged in Fire.
Wow.
And what stone does to swords. It's kind of like
Wait, what did he just reveal to him?
that he killed Quasimodo's mom rather than Quasimodo's mom abandoning him.
So everyone in this film has a death wish?
Yes, he shall.
Well, he does, obviously.
Yikes!
And
And unfortunately, this guy didn't seem to understand who was the wicked.
Yeah.
Dad,
Back broken. Right there.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, it'll be fine. But yeah,
Only I can do the Scottish accent here.
Indeed.
that's true.
Rollo should be alive too because he only fell from a 1,000,000-mile height. Fire, so he should be alive too.
Indeed.
He's in a metaphorical hell. He's not allowed to come back. He's in a metaphorical hell. He's gone to the war.
No. You see, this is Disney. They don't understand what it means if somebody falls from a huge height into like a pit of fire. They don't understand what that means.
Other than Gaston.
I still don't
okay,
feel like
this-
I don't feel like.
Oh yeah, that's right. This is before the rise of Skywalker. My bad.
I don't see why
But that's
Quasimodo
nothing
couldn't have
rule.
got the girl.
I imagine. Huh?
Yeah, it's really interesting. I honestly would not say that. I actually like it better that he does not get the girl. I think that actually works a little bit better.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Um,
I mean, as far as on-screen chemistry is concerned, yeah.
Wouldn't it be alright if the goat got the girl?
talking about interspecies erotica.
Well, not erotica. It'd
God.
be nice and wholesome. It'd be very wholesome and all that. There'd be no actual
Only
sex
Balerion would
scenes
do that.
shown.
Only Balerion would say this. Only Balerion would say this.
Well, I don't know about only.
Speaking
Are
about
you
interspecies
sure about that?
erotica, we need to stop pulling this thread right now. It's one of my
Not
favorite
erotica
jokes.
if
Yes.
there's an actual sex in it.
True.
Okay, so I have some thoughts.
I think we all have some thoughts.
What
Yes.
a waste. What an absolute squandering of talent. Like that, like somewhere in this movie, there was a pretty good film just buried somewhere within all this, but it just got botched and butchered from. I don't even know what's going on. Like, I don't even understand why they made some of the narrative decisions that they did, particularly with the tone and with the inclusion of the gargoyles. It's just, guys, just lean into the dark fantasy. You clearly wanted to depict this very, very cruel and brutal medieval city where there's all of this, where we have themes of racism and
Religious fanaticism.
yes, religious fanaticism and
Yeah.
genocide, to put it lightly. And we also have this poor guy who's been abused and manipulated his whole life. It's just, this sort of story does not lean in very well to the classic Disney formula.
No, it does not.
No, it does not.
This is
no.
not. Yeah, this is not the story. This is just not the story to do it with. Like, I understand what people meant by having fears of Disneyfying things, because I know, for lack of better terms, this is what happened with the Hunchback of Notre Dame. It was Disneyfied.
Mhm.
But the gargoyles are cute.
This is not even cute.
Again, only
What-
Balerion would say
looks-
this.
One of them looks like a creep. The other one looks like a fat drunk, and the last guy is he's just chonk. He's just
Go with the
The
flow.
last guy looks like a friggin' neo-Nazi.
They're the cute animals. Therefore, they are cute.
No, that's the goat. The goat is the cute animal.
But there can't just be one cute animal.
No,
Besides, the goat
that's
doesn't sing or dance. 0 out of 10 because the goat doesn't sing and dance.
I love you, Balerion. Never change.
this was just bad.
I would not say it's bad. It's tonally balked, is how I would put it.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Whenever I can recognize that there are good elements of a story, but it's being weighed down and squandered by so many horrible decisions, that resonates quite negatively with me. Because now I'm seeing wasted potential, and I'm also, and I get angry about that. I feel something, and that feeling is rage. So, yeah,
Or at least it made
that's
you feel
why
something.
that's why I'm calling this bad, because the only sensation it elicits is anger at the creatives.
That's fair.
It's a
Yeah,
little odd. I mean, it's a little odd to try to turn something so dark as into a Disney film. Although there were dark bits in the earlier films too. I mean, there are bits that are pretty scary in the earlier films. Maybe not quite so dark morally, though.
yeah, like it's kind of funny that we're kind of attributing kind of differing moral values to different crimes, like the evil queen in Snow White telling the huntsman to murder Snow White and cut out her heart.
Yeah, bro, that was
pretty dark.
brutal.
As opposed to
Yeah.
a creepy old judge wanting to blackmail a lady into sex.
Yeah.
I think he did a little more than wanting to force himself upon a woman.
Oh, definitely.
I think he did a little more than that.
No comment, but probably. So
Yes.
Frollo has more depth. I guess Frollo has more depth than the earlier villains, so it comes off as darker, even though the other villains want things that are just as dark.
Uh-huh. I think it's because while they may be evil, they're kind of evil in a way that's kind of more abstract. Frollo's an evil that is just
it's
You-
real.
it's real.
Yeah.
And it's scary
Very
because
real.
it's real. Yeah.
Like, there are
And he knows he
Frollos
can get away
in
with it.
real life. There are people like
Yeah.
him that actually exist that do these things, and they are disgusting.
Most of my best friends are Frollos.
Oh my god!
Wow.
You do not say that aloud.
Whoops, sorry.
You can't take it back,
Um,
Larry.
well, for the-
There's
You
a lot
can't take that
of
back.
There's a lot of anti-Frollo prejudice around here.
For good
Oh, I love-
reason.
I wonder why.
It's
Hey,
a
I have a
mystery.
whole lot of anti-Nazi sentiment, but you know, there's a pretty good reason behind that.
Yeah.
So,
Anyway, 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 so I think we can all agree that Frollo's really good. Is the best part, and then there's the bad comedy. It's like,
That was comedy.
yeah,
I'm losing to a bird.
I'm losing to a bird.
Okay, I understand that we bashed. Okay, I understand we bashed a lot of live-action Disney film remakes these days, but if I'm going to be frank and I'm going to be completely honest, I really do. I know we're going to see this as well. I really do want to see a live-action remake of Notre Dame.
I
know that
would,
sounds
but not
weird
by
to
the. I think I would
Yeah, go
too, because they might take it a little bit more seriously, but not by the creative
Yes.
team heading it. No.
Yes.
honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. It would be perfect. It would be perfect
Yes.
for modern Disney to redo this movie because it's look at what the demographics of the characters are. Like, come on, Disney, you will definitely want to adapt this. Look at the themes and messaging of this film. Disney would really, really want to adapt this.
Plus, not to mention, you can take Quasimodo's, shall we say, mental state to extreme levels, shall we say.
Yeah, I guess. Also, look at the way, just looking at the Little Mermaid shit and how dark and dreary and ugly it is. Yeah, they would be able to. This film would fit in with that tone quite nicely. Because again, medieval France.
Yep.
But we know they're not. But we know for a fact they're not going to do this. We know they're not going to do it.
Yeah, they'd rather redo the fun, happy live action. They'd rather redo the fun, colorful animated movies with lots of life and personality that really, really leaned in on the animated medium in order to tell their story, rather than taking the obvious easy win. Like,
Well,
could you
you
imagine a live action adaptation of the early 2000s Disney films in this one?
Or Black Cauldron. Black
Yeah,
Cauldron would be a
Yes.
great live action dark fantasy TV show.
Oh, I bet it would be.
Or a film
But you know
series.
what? The reason why none of that is being considered is because they didn't have such a good outing from before. Disney's
Precisely.
Disney's looking at that financial report. They're looking at that box office return. And they're like, this isn't profitable. We ain't gonna do that. They're not at all. They're not at all looking at what they're doing right now. Looking at what these films are and thinking, this could be a lucrative prospect. We could make this. We could, and we'll probably not get a lot of flack for it too, because we keep seeing from people everywhere just constantly complaining about how lifeless and dull our live action remakes are. So let's just go ahead and let's try this instead. You know, it's not. Besides, we're not going to be straining our CGI budget that much. So,
Except for the gargoyles.
Yeah.
no, they just
Well, that's the
just
thing. You
cut
can
the
take some great
gargoyles.
liberties with that.
Blasphemy!
Oh, no, actually, no. Here's the thing: you don't have to cut. You don't have to cut them. You can, like I said, you can take Quasimodo's mental state to its extreme level and just have them just in his head, as the animated film kind of suggests that. But obviously, that's not the case. Obviously.
Ooh, that would be
Yeah,
interesting.
unfortunately. I mean, hey, I suggested that. Well, I think you were off when I was suggesting that. These guys were actually just in his head the whole time. Because that idea would have worked. It would have been.
It can work.
That was. Yeah, I was just headcanoning that, so that way, you know, I wouldn't have to be constantly coping with the fact that there are magical talking gargoyles in this stupid fantasy universe.
It wouldn't be surprising if he were a little bit out of it mentally at all.
Yeah.
I think
And also, it could really lean in hard with Quasimodo's loneliness, that he has to imagine things interacting with him and talking with him. That would have, because he's completely isolated, he's completely alone, he has nobody who he socializes with.
apart from Frollo.
Well, yeah, apart from Frollo. So
Which is
having,
why.
Yeah, of course.
you could even do all sorts of crazy, subtle things with them, like having them talk something like the way he does, or having them speak with Frollo's voice or something, you know? Just something to indicate that he really hasn't met another human being before.
Well, it could get really creepy if they talk in Frollo's voice.
Oh yeah, I guess. But
yeah,
that's what we're sort of leaning into that.
I'm agreeing.
Yeah.
That could be quite cool, actually. I'm imagining them saying
But we know we're not
horrible
going to do
things
that.
in Frollo's voice. Sorry.
Well, yeah, because Disney doesn't have a single creative bone in their body.
They're the fucking cowards. Let's think about that. They're never going to piss off the Catholic Church, are they?
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, this film, the main villain wasn't really a Catholic priest. It was the judge.
He's just heavily Catholic.
Yeah, he's a fanatic, you know.
I mean, you'd have to play up the good priest character, probably.
Yeah, probably a little more.
Yeah,
to contrast him with this guy.
It would be interesting though, because The Catholic Church, religion in general, is kind of a target for woke people, just regardless. And I think that in all likelihood, they would probably go after the Catholic Church nowadays, in some ways. And at least that's my theory based on the current environment. I could be wrong,
Possible.
but I
Yeah,
just sorry, go for it.
no, I'm just whinging at this point. So
True.
Yeah.
All right. Well, at least, and I do think that Phoebus is a good character as well. It's just that the like he kind of feels a little bit out of place in some ways, which is the kind of the point in some ways, but he feels way more modern than his counterparts.
He's probably the weakest of the main characters, the 4 main characters.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Because there's less depth to him.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's just kind of he's just there to be the.
He's there to be guard captain guy. He's
Mhm.
ironically, I think he's there just to be the love interest of Esmeralda, which is actually a hilarious subversion.
Yeah, it's also kind of hilarious because, he is a complete evil dick in the book.
I imagine.
What's he do in the book?
He actually turns her over to the authorities to be hung.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's lovely. Oh, that's a bit of a change, I guess.
He a dick.
Yeah, he's legitimately evil in the book. Like, well, or at the very least, he's a callous douchebag in the book.
Why does he hand her over? For money or because?
Just because.
Because
that's it. Just arbitrarily, he just does it because he felt like it.
She's icky. She's an icky gypsy, so he does.
Let me pull up the. Okay, so the ending of the book, the king's. Okay. Let me see. Let's see what. Okay, so. Oh, okay. So never mind. Okay, so. Okay, he doesn't hand her over. So what happens is, Frollo attacks Phoebus and stabs him in the back. Phoebus is presumed dead after he tries to have a little meet cute with Esmeralda due to even though he's engaged to somebody else. And Esmeralda is presumed to be the killer. Phoebus is not dead, but instead recovers from his injury. It doesn't stop Esmeralda from being tried and sentenced to death for attempted murder and witchcraft. Phoebus has the power to prove her innocence, but he remains silent for fear of having his adultery exposed. At the end of the novel, he marries his intendant and watches Esmeralda's execution.
How romantic.
End of the film.
Huh.
Wow. That's
Let's go out for a lovely
Well, that's
candlelight execution.
Yeah. And this is even after basically
Dun.exe has stopped working.
let me see, I'm just reading where
Seems to be.
since so basically what happens is Frollo they do have a whole siege of the cathedral, which takes quite a while in the book. But then Frollo gets her out and imprisons her with another lady. It turns out this lady is what turned out to happen was a group of gypsies actually stole Esmeralda from this lady because she was so pretty, and replaced the baby with Quasimodo. And so, and
So Quasimodo is actually a gypsy?
yes, he is.
No wonder he's ugly.
And and Esmeralda is reunited with her mom, only then to be grabbed by the king's men and escorts Esmeralda to the gallows. And Frollo and Quasimodo watch Esmeralda being hanged. And upon observing Frollo's pleasure at Esmeralda's death, Quasimodo pushes him over the edge.
Is that the bit where he pours down boiling oil on the multitude, or is that earlier?
That would be earlier, but in the epilogue, with nothing left to live for, Quasimodo vanishes and is never seen again. And in the epilogue, a deformed skeleton is found many years ago embracing another in the charnel house, implying that Quasimodo saw Esmeralda among the decaying corpses and laid down to die while holding her. And when the guards attempt to pull the skeletons apart, his skeleton crumbles to dust.
Oh, that's a bit of a change.
Wow.
Damn.
I can just see that. Oh God, can you just see that happening in a Disney film and the gargoyles singing a song while it's happening?
Yep. Damn.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Legit.
Yeah.
No, that's just romanticism in a nutshell.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very. I don't know if it's grim dark, but it's definitely grim and designed to rip at your heartstrings.
Yeah.
So I remember that I
Yeah.
remember something very interesting about the Hunchback of Notre Dame. The story was written during the age of Romanticism or something, like when that philosophy was starting to come about. The one that basically the whole idea was to ditch the whole logic and rationalism and embrace emotion in the feeling, and that was that this book was essentially a perfect example of just exactly that attitude.
Yeah, as I was saying earlier, that's the original intention of the book. It's called the Cathedral of Notre Dame. The original had to do with wanting to conserve the cathedral, which was being neglected at the time. So that was the main emphasis. And then it kind of turned into the story of Quasimodo and Esmeralda shortly afterwards, because Victor Hugo, the author, also wrote a play based on it, and that was called Esmeralda, and that highlights the Esmeralda story. So that's what eventually, if I remember correctly, this is all quoting from, not quoting from, but referring to Lindsay Ellis's video. Eventually, that leads to the film of the 30s, and the Disney film is the direct descendant of that film.
Interesting.
Yeah, so that was definitely part of Romanticism.
Yeah. and the film ultimately is more triumphant. The book is just I was like, I was actually, I didn't read the actual book. I read the illustrated classics version, and I was just like, wow, can I go to France to spit on Victor Hugo's grave? Because this is so sad and sad. I hate
Well,
this.
it's not like he killed Victor. No, it's not like he killed Quasimodo.
I'm
He wrote.
just gonna give the guy some credit for having the balls to do all that.
Unless
Yeah.
unless Frollo is actually Victor Hugo's self-insertion.
Probably not. But I was just, I was a very emotional young child, and I have kind of transferred into being a not so emotional adult. For better
Would
or
you
worse.
say that's because of your emotional damage done?
No, that's because of my mission.
Oh,
Oh well, it's the same
Fair
thing,
enough.
pretty much, wasn't it? Because I mean, didn't you get like a lot of harassed by people who didn't want to convert a lot? They would harass you and stuff.
Not harassed, but you just there was a high level of stress due to the work expectations,
Yeah.
and it allowed me to develop higher coping amounts. So
And that's how you turned. What's the word I'm looking for? Smug. That's how you became smug. Because when you were a kid, you weren't smug.
oh no, I was if you're measuring success in terms of numbers, I was a very middling missionary.
Oh.
I was very middle of the pack in that respect. I was able to have a decent amount of success, but
so not
there are
really
people that-
stand out, but not terrible.
yeah, I was like I wasn't like there was this guy I nicknamed him Bert the Baptist because he baptized probably at least one person a month, sometimes even 3 per month, most of his mission. And that's in Bible Belt, Kansas.
Damn.
So I'm just like, dude, you have my utmost respect. You are clearly like you're a machine. Like even when he was in training, him and his trainer baptized about I think like 5 people in 1 month.
This chap sounds frightening.
No, he's one of the nicest people I know.
Either this guy is one of the best at presenting an argument for the existence of God and Jesus and why you should worship him or them, or he is swooping in for the most vulnerable of people out there.
Nah,
Yeah,
he's just a good teacher. He's a good teacher and a good guy.
yeah,
and extremely obedient. Extremely obedient.
He's
Yeah,
full of a moral Mormon.
I missed that, and I think I am glad that I did.
I don't know what's wrong with me today. I'm just saying all the darndest things today. I'm just a complete utter
You're not
troll
drunk,
today.
are you, Balerion?
I don't know. All natural weirdness here.
No, I try requires to be funny.
Sorry?
No, I try requires to be funny. You're not funny.
Oh.
I think he's funny.
Are you trying to be Tarek because you're not succeeding?
Yikes.
I'm British. I can't be.
Yeah, that's his lady loves job.
Man, dude's just living rent-free in everyone's heads today, huh?
Yeah. Okay, so
By the way, Tarek, it's going to be $20 for spending 1 hour in my head.
All right. Well, I think any further thoughts on the film before we conclude?
I Disney, if you ever
Not
decide
really,
to make
no.
a live action remake, please do it for this one. Don't keep the gargoyles. Please lean into the dark tone. And if you're not going to adapt it the way that you've been adapting your more bright and colorful, more beautiful and upbeat films, then don't even touch it. I don't want to see you try.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, now that we finished the Count of Monte Cristo anime, it's time to do another classic adapted into a lengthy TV show, Tarzan.
Oh.
What about Castlevania?
That's not a classic, but we will watch it.
All right. Well, I'm gonna be dipping then.
Okay.
Well, actually, no. I still got some time, but I
Well,
do have to go pick up my little bro sometime soon.
well, no, we're concluded with the stream. The watching Tarzan is going to start up next week, and it's going to be interesting because it makes Legend of the Seeker look like Lord of the Rings.
I'm sorry. Well, which Tarzan are we talking about?
Tarzan: The Epic Adventures,
As in,
Never
a
heard of it.
live-action TV show based on the character of Tarzan.
Yeah, that's gonna be raw.
God
Wow.
damn. That's disgusting. That
So
is
decide, what's taking my place now?
Well, it's the best part is it's not based on the Disney movie.
that doesn't make it any better, Dunn.
It
Fair
might make it
enough.
worse.
That arguably makes it worse.
Well, it might or might not. We don't know.
Okay. Well,
Alrighty. You would. Oh, sorry. You're saying.
no. I was about to let's just sign off already.
Alrighty. Adios, folks. Bye.
All right.
Bye.
Goodbye.